Hello everyone. So I hope that you have completed your homework that I have told in previous session. So this is our last session, and in this session we are going to learn that why we are using the plastic in many ways. The point is plastic as a material of choice. Means here we are going to learn the characteristics and some properties of plastic, okay, in detail. Already we have learned, but in this session we are going to learn these properties in detail. So in previous session we have learned the difference between the thermoplastics and thermosetting. So thermoplastic means what? The plastics, they just deform easily on heating and can be bent easily. The examples, that is polythene and PVC, and the examples are toys, combs, and some types of containers. So in opposite to thermoplastic, we have learned the one type, that is a thermosetting, which cannot be molded once or cannot be softened by heating, okay, that are known as thermosetting plastic. Then two examples we have learned, that is bakelite and melamine. So bakelite is a poor conductor of heat and electricity, means bakelite cannot pass heat, cannot pass electricity through itself. So that's why bakelite is a poor conductor of heat and electricity, and that's why we are used that bakelite for making electrical switches, handles of utensils. Then another example of thermosetting plastic is melamine, okay, which resists fire and which can tolerate heat better than other plastic. Means they just handle, they tolerate, or they can bear the heat, and that's why they are used for making floor tiles, kitchenware, and fabrics which resist fire. Then some examples, that is articles that made of thermosetting plastic and thermoplastic we have learned. So let's start our new point, that is plastics as material of choice. So if we think the storing of food, some atoms, water, milk, pickles, dry food, dry fruits, okay, one thing in front of us, that is a plastic container. That plastic containers are most convenient because they are lightweight. If they just fall down, they cannot break as the glass is breaking. Okay, the plastic containers are very lower in price, they are in good strength, they are easy to handle. Okay, so as compared to metal, as compared to glass, the plastics are very lighter, and that's why plastics are used in cars, aircraft, spacecraft. It means these things also using the plastic. So like that, many things are there like slippers, furniture, some decoration pieces. But why these things are there that made up of plastic, that we will learn with the help of the properties of plastics. So see the introduction part, that is plastic has lightweight, lower price, good strength, and easy handling. So as being lighter as compared to metals, plastics are used in cars, aircrafts, and spacecrafts too. So one by one we will learn the properties of plastic in detail. So first property of plastic is non-reactive. Now, now non-reactive means what? The plastic don't react with moisture, with that present in air. Okay, so that's why the plastic does not rusted like a iron. We know the corrosion. Do you know the corrosion word? Corrosion means what? If you are keeping any metal thing outside your house, after some time you just feel that the red color layer that present in that metal, that is known as corrosion. But keep the plastic bottle outside the your house, that plastic bottle remains as it is, as the plastic do not react with water and air, and that's why many things are made up of plastic. So this is the most important property of plastic, that plastic is not reacted with other things. Okay, and due to this property it is suitable for making of container, water tank, water bottle, plastic pipes, taps, chair, table and many other types of furniture. So all these things are just getting contact with air, with moisture, that plastic things are there, but still they are not just corroded easily because the plastic is non-reactive. So this is the first property of plastic. Next one, the plastic is very light, strong and durable. So light means what? The light weight. As compared to metal, as compared to glass, the plastic is very light, very strong and durable. Durable means what? The things that made up of plastic we can use for long time. This is the second property, and that's why we can use the plastic for making pencil box, water bottle, umbrella, furniture, aircraft, that polythene bags. Okay, these things we are just making because the plastic is light, strong and durable. So already I have mentioned here, just read that. Plastics are lightweight, durable, cheap, very strong and can be molded into different shapes and size. As the plastic is very light, we can convert that plastic into different shapes and in different sizes, means molded, we can mold the plastic easily. And due to this property it is very much in need today, that it is used for various purposes like polythene bags or pencil box, water bottle or umbrella, furniture or aircraft. The use of plastic can be seen everywhere. You have to learn only the highlighted point, that plastic is non-reactive, plastic is light, strong and durable, and based on this highlighted point you have to write the remaining points. Okay, just keep in mind or understand or remember only these highlighted points, and based on these points you have to write the remaining point. Don't do ratta. Okay, you have to keep in mind. Next property of plastic is that the plastics are poor conductors. Conductor means that present in bus. No, the conductors, that is a different term in science. So the plastics are poor conductors means what? They cannot pass the heat and electricity from itself. Okay, means plastic can melt, and after that melting that stick to your skin, that is very hazardous, that is a different thing. But if just take the example of screwdriver. Okay, the screwdriver is there, and if you are applying the heat at one end, you cannot feel the heat at the other end, as the plastic is there, and the plastic cannot carry heat, cannot carry electricity. And because of this property we are using the plastic for making insulating covering of electric wires. If you observe that, just check the wires, okay, in at your home, that are covered with plastic, because plastic cannot pass the heat, cannot pass electricity, so we can handle that wires. Then the handles of electrical appliances like this, see the iron is there, that handle is made up of plastic. Then handles of utensils, handles of screwdrivers, some kitchenware and floor tiles. So because of poor conductors, the plastic are used in different things. Okay, so these three properties are there, and because of these three properties the plastic are used for making different things. So this slide is just extra information is there for you. That first one is that plastics find extensive use in the healthcare industry. Healthcare means what? That related to our medical, that the plastics are used for the packaging of tablet. You know that now, when we are just taking the tablet, that cover is made up of plastic. Then threads used for stitching wound, then syringes, doctor gloves and number of medical instruments are there, that also made by plastic. Okay, So that is about the healthcare industry. Next one is that the special plastic cookware is used in microwave ovens for cooking food without affecting the plastic vessel. We know that the microwave ovens are there, and the things, that bowls, that pans, that are actually made up of plastic. Which plastic? Where here we are using thermoplastic or thermosetting. Yes, very good. The thermosetting plastic we are using in this case. Next one, Teflon is there. That Teflon is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick, and that's why it is used for making non-stick coating on cookware. We know that now the pans are there, that the ads are there, that non-sticky cookwares are there. So that plastic covering or plastic coating is of Teflon. Okay. Next one, fireproof plastics are there. So that fireproof plastics means the synthetic fibers that catches the fire easily. So the uniforms of firemen have coating of melamine plastic. Melamine, where the melamine in thermoplastic or thermosetting? Yes, very good. Now you are understanding the difference between the thermoplastic and thermosetting. So melamine is a thermosetting plastic. Okay, so that cannot be melted easily, and that's why the uniforms of firemen are made by this plastic. So all means in different field we are using plastic. Okay, so I hope that you have understand that why we are using a plastic material for making different things. Okay, now our last point of our lesson, that is the plastics and the environment. So as we have learned that the many things are made up of plastic, we are using the plastic everywhere, but are the plastics are helpful to environment? Plastics are helpful to us, no doubt, but are plastics are helpful to environment? No, that causes that causes pollution. Okay, so that we will learn here. So before we will start, you have to just learn two terms, that is biodegradable and non-biodegradable. So I think you have learned in 7th standard what are biodegradable material and what are non-biodegradable material. So see, a substance which gets decomposed through natural processes such as action by bacteria is called biodegradable. We know that the living things are just degrade or decomposed by some microorganisms. So that examples, that is peels of vegetables, food stuff, fruit, paper, cotton cloth, wood. If we are throwing some peels of vegetables, after some time we cannot see that, so these things are just decomposed or degraded by the bacteria, and that things are known as biodegradable material. But opposite to that, if the substances are there, they cannot decompose and just take many years to decompose by natural processes are known as non-biodegradable. That as I said that when we are throwing the plastic bottle in ocean, in very means in ocean, just take an example of ocean. In ocean the carry bags are there. Okay, the hot temperature, cold temperature, extreme hot, extreme cold, extreme that minerals are there, still the carry bags are remains as it is. So that properties are very hazardous, that very harmful to us, because they are not decomposing, they are not degraded by the natural process. For example, tin, aluminium and plastic. And that's why the plastic is very harmful to our environment. Okay. See, the plastic is a non-biodegradable material and it takes many years to decompose or either does not get decomposed. Either the plastic taking 200, 300 years to decompose, otherwise they are not decomposed. And because of this non-degradable property of plastic, it is a very major problem for environment. It is not major problem to us, but this is a major problem for environment. Okay, in your textbook page number 38, the types of waste is there, and you have to just check that it is biodegradable or non biodegradable. And in this table the time is there, the approximately time to taken approximate time taken to degenerate, to decompose, that mention. So if possible just read that. See, I will just read. Paper is there, the paper waste is there, and for paper 10 to 30 days are enough to degenerate. That is a biodegradable. But the plastic bags are there, the polythene bags are there, they are taking several years. And several years means not 5 to 10 years, 100 to 500 years, 500 to 1000 years, that taken by these plastic bags for decomposition. So that's why the plastic just harmful for our environment. So many problems are there. So see the problems. Nowadays, plastic is very popular and use it for many purposes. So because of the properties that is non-reactive, light, durable, we are using the plastic in different things. So as a result, we generate a large amount of plastic waste. If we are using the things, waste is produced. And since plastic has non-degradable property, so plastic waste is getting accumulated. Accumulated means just collected in the environment, and it causes environmental pollution. The accumulated plastic waste is a major concern as it does not get completely burned easily. Maybe you have observed that if you want to burn the plastic, that plastic started to melt, started to burn, but that not completely burned. And whatever the fumes are just coming from that plastic, that very poisonous fumes, and that causes air pollution. Means the plastic can cause soil pollution, air pollution, and water pollution. So if you want to avoid that, which things we can do, that we will learn in preventive measures. Means we have to, means we cannot stop the use of plastic, but we can avoid the use of plastic. See how can we do? So first one, we should avoid the use of plastic things as far as possible. Whenever it is possible to avoid plastic, please avoid. Means instead of using plastic bottle, you can use that metal bottles are there now, the copper bottles are there in market, you can use that. Okay, instead of plastic bags, you can use your cotton bags are there. Okay, don't throw the plastic bags in water on the road, that causes the water pollution, soil pollution. Okay, then just separate out the biodegradable and non biodegradable so that we can dispose separately. Okay, so instead of that thing, 5R concept is there, 5R principle is there. So in this 5R, that reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, and refuse. Okay, start that 5R principle, start from reduce, reuse, repurpose, recycle, and refuse. So reduce means what? We have to reduce the use of plastic. Next, reuse means what? If we are using the plastic, okay, don't throw that, again use that plastic. For example, the gift wrapper is there, gift wrapper, you know na, gift wrapper. If you are using a gift wrapper, after just that opening of gift wrapper, we are throwing that wrapper, don't throw that, use that wrapper again to pack the another gift. So that is the reuse. Repurpose. Okay, some things are there that we can use for same purpose. Then recycle is there. I think you have mentioned, I think you have observed in that Coca-Cola and Mirinda plastic, the arrows are there. Okay, 4 arrows are there or 3 arrows are there, and one number is mentioned inside that arrows. So that is actually about the recycling process. Means some plastic is there, we can recycle and use again. And refuse means what? Just stop use of plastic. So with the help of these 5R principle, we can save our environment from getting polluted. Okay. So I think that you have just understand all these things. So see, how can we minimize pollution caused by plastic at home? Means you can start from yourself to save your environment, that we should use jute, cotton or paper bags instead of plastic. Okay, don't use the plastic bags. Instead of that, you can use jute bags, cotton bags or paper bags that already we have now we are using that in medical and all. Then next one, we also need to minimize the use of plastic in our daily lives, that is such as using a steel lunch box instead of plastic one. Okay, use steel box, don't use the plastic one. And also we should not throw plastics on the road or in a water body. Okay, so all these about the plastic and the environment. So in our last session, that we just revise what we have learned. So we have learned that synthetic fibers and plastic, like natural fibers, are made up of very large units called polymers, and that polymers are made up of many smaller units. That first point we have learned in this lesson. Next we have learned that while natural fibers are obtained from plants and animals, synthetic fibers are obtained by chemical processing of petrochemicals. Okay. Third point, we have learned that the synthetic fibers find uses ranging from many household articles like ropes, buckets, furniture, containers, etc. to highly specialized uses in aircraft, ships, spacecraft and healthcare. Means from bottom to just top we are using the synthetic fibers. Next we have learned that depending upon the types of chemicals that used for manufacturing synthetic fibers, okay, there are four types of synthetic fibers, that is rayon, nylon, polyester and acrylic. Then we have learned that the different types of fibers are differ from each other in their strength, water absorbing capacity, nature of burning, cost and durability. Next, we have learned that today life without plastic cannot be imagined. Be it home or outside, the plastic is everywhere. But the waste created by the plastic is not environment friendly. On burning, plastic release poisonous gases. On dumping in the ground, they may take years to degenerate. And this is because of their non-degradable nature. That property we have learned that. And the last point, we have learned that we need to use synthetic fibers and plastic in such manner that we can enjoy their good qualities and at the same time minimize the environmental hazards for living communities. Means we cannot avoid or we cannot stop the use of plastic, but we can minimize the use of plastic and just save our environment. So I hope that you have learned your lesson properly. If you have doubt, please ask me. With the help of your PDF of your textbook, with the help of these slides, you can learn this lesson very properly. Okay, so I hope you will write your exercise without any doubt. Okay, thank you and stay home, stay safe.